Alex Shelley, who is not being used, asked for a release in January and still
what the fuck?
Still hasn't heard back. Later in the month, it was confirmed that he has in fact gotten his release.
Well, good, I guess.
So Shelley is out for another 4 months, in which he is then back in.
What does he come? Does he come back doing the paparazzi production shtick?
No, he's a regular X Division guy, because it makes sense that Scott D'Amore gets the book, and some of the guys he brings back in are Shelley, which of course long-term trainee, and Samoa Joe is like the big one. The guys, the Scott is like, what if we have good wrestlers on the show again?
I'm very excited for more Alex Shelley. You may not know this, but I'm a pretty big fan.
He has a nice little series with another man who debuts this month, Shocker. He has a nice little 3-match series.
I remember hearing about the Shocker Shelley stuff.
They're not like blowaway matches. Shelley doesn't like wrestle lucha guys much on US TV, so it's nice to see him like flex that skill set a little bit. Sanjay's also apparently through with the company. The feeling seems to be that Dusty Rhodes is largely disdainful of most of the X Division guys, even though they're carrying his pay-per-views.
But also, his TV.
Yes, TV's fucking full of them. And useless matches, which don't help any of them. But his TV is absolutely full of them this month.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't get why people have an aversion to the X Division stuff.
I kind of get why Dusty does.
But, like, it's not like you're being forced to make it the top thing in the company. You don't see its value as, like, a part of the show.
Dusty here seems very different from the Dusty of NXT. Where, like, the Dusty of NXT is, like, this kind of loving father figure. And, like, the Dusty of TNA is, like, this harsh dad who you desperately want the approval of, but he never gives it to you.
Perhaps he mellowed out.
Yeah, in the, like, 4 years in between. Or maybe it is the case that, like, you know, he's like, my TNA run didn't go great because I rubbed too many people the wrong way by being a bit of a stern leader. So maybe I need to show a softer touch. Maybe he did actually just learn from this experience.
Well, he's been in charge of pro wrestling companies for a long time.
Yeah, since like the 80s.
Garrett, there's some breaking news.
Oh, what is it? Is it NXT news?
No, it's Kota Ibushi news.
Oh, good.
His opponent for Bloodsport has been announced.
Who is it?
Speedball, Mike Bailey.
That is the correct and obvious choice. Well done.
I was very worried it was going to be Josh Barnett, so I will take Ibushi versus Bailey.
Like when they announced, like obviously Janelle was always going to be the spring break match, come on. But when they announced the Bloodsport date as well, it's like, it should be Speedball. And if it's not Speedball, it's a mistake. It should be Speedball or someone wild, like fucking Tank Abbott. But if it's not like Tank Abbott, Speedball will do.
Bob Sapp.
If it was Bob Sapp, I'd lose my shit.
That would be sick.
So yeah, it was either Speedball for a good match or some wild like Ken Shamrock match, you know?
Yeah, just like some complete like crazy name.
Dusty is apparently high on Styles and Daniels as individuals, however, despite his disdain for the X Division.
Disdain for the X Division is so funny.
Yeah, like Dave mentions that you can see like classic Dusty booking tropes, and that when he was booking the territories back in the day, the Battle Royal was the big match and he overdid it to death. And now here it's like the Ultimate X was a hit, so let's do it again. The cage match was a hit, so let's do a show with 2 cage matches, perhaps more by the time we get to April. But he's like playing the hits to the point of exhaustion already.
Yeah, the man loves to find something that seemingly works and then just does it all over and over again.
Beat it into the ground.